Hello, Dr. Quack here. Welcome back, kids. Today, we have a lot of important things to talk about. But first, let's introduce you to my assistant, Dizzy Izzy. Dizzy Izzy! I said, Dizzy Izzy!
You called?
Yes, I did. Today, we're going to teach our friends at home all about the mystery of the Earth's history and how it was created.
Awesome!
Oh, that must be Adrian. She called me earlier. A lot of the kids at school have been telling her that the Earth is 1,000,000 years old.
And I bet that they said we're related to monkeys, too.
They certainly did. Oh, let's get the door.
I'll get it.
Hello, Adrian. I'm so glad that you called.
I'm so confused, Dr. Quack. Kids at school have been saying that the Earth started out as a big explosion, and that people are related to monkeys, and that all this happened millions and millions of years ago. But my Sunday school teacher says that God created the world and formed human beings, and made all the animals and plants. So who is right?
Well, this can be confusing for a lot of kids, but there is a place that has the answers.
Where's that?
Right here in the Bible.
Really?
Really. Give me your backpack. There is a lot we need to talk about.
The first thing that's important to understand is that Christians believe that the Bible is truth. Nothing is in here that is wrong.
I believe that.
Now, in the first book of the Bible, it talks about how God created the world in 6 days and rested on the seventh.
That's the book of Genesis, right?
That's right, Dizzy Izzy. Now let's take a look at what God created on each day.
That would be great.
On the first day of creation, God created darkness and light.
And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. God saw that the light was good. He separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night.
On the second day of creation, God created the water and the sky.
And God said, "Let there be an expanse between the waters to separate water from water." God called the expanse sky.
On the third day of creation, God created the land and the plants.
And God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered in one place, and let dry ground appear." God called the dry ground land, and the gathered waters he called seas. Then God said, "Let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it, according to their various kinds."
On the fourth day of creation, God created the sun, moon, and stars.
And God said, "Let there be lights in the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark seasons and days and years." God made 2 great lights, the greater light to govern the day, and the lesser light to govern the night.
On the fifth day of creation, God created the birds and the fish.
And God said, "Let the water teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the expanse of sky."
On the sixth day of creation, God created animals and man.
And God said, "Let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds, livestock, creatures that move along the ground, and wild animals, each according to its own kind." Then God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him, male and female. He created them.
By the seventh day, God had finished the work he had been doing. So on the seventh day, he rested. God blessed the seventh day and made it holy.
Now, I believe this, but some of my friends don't believe in God or the Bible. Is there any way for me to prove to them that it's true?
Well, only God was there when it happened, so only he knows. But for the same reason, you can't prove that the Big Bang happened either. Now, we as Christians believe the Bible to be God's holy word, and that what the Bible says is true. I think it's time for an experiment. Dizzy Izzy, would you help me by gathering our materials?
Sure thing, Doc.
Thanks. The first thing you need for this experiment is a compass. Next, you need a flat bar magnet. Perfect. Next, a small piece of wood. All right. And how about a bowl or a pie pan? Whoa! Now make sure it's not made of metal. And last but not least, some water. A bottle of water?
Oops.
All right. Now, the first step is to fill up the bowl with the water. Next, we're going to take the piece of wood and the small flat bar magnet, put it in the water. What should happen is the north pole of the magnet should point north. We're going to check with the compass. Put it on the table right next to your pie pan here. And look, they're both pointing in the same direction. Pretty interesting, huh? Let's see what you kids have to say about magnets. Where can you find magnets?
You can find magnets on your car. You can find magnets in a stone called magnetite.
I think you can find magnets in science class because you can do experiments with magnets.
Wow, you kids have some great things to say about magnets. Hey, Dizzy Izzy, are you ready for another experiment?
I sure am. Let me go get the box of experiments.
For this experiment, we will need, thank you, a glass bowl, a compass, a cork, a magnet, and a paper clip. Oh, and we'll need some water. I'll get it this time.
What are we gonna do?
Do you remember in the first experiment when we used a compass?
Yeah,
We're gonna make our own compass.
that's cool.
Okay, step one, pour the water into the bowl. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to charge the paper clip by stroking it on a magnet. You're going to start at the top of the magnet, and when you get to the bottom, you're going to start over at the top. Okay? We're only going to go one direction, and we're going to do this 30 times. Can you count for me?
Sure.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
All right. Now, take the end that we didn't charge and put it in the end of the cork. Just like that. Now put it in the water, and hopefully it should realign and point north. Let's take a look at our compass here. Wow, it looked like it worked. It's pointing north and south, just aligned to the poles.
Did you know that there are some things that will make a compass not work properly? TVs and computers are two examples of things that can interfere with a compass.
Here's an experiment for you to try at home. Does temperature affect the strength of a magnet? Put a magnet in the refrigerator for a while and compare how the cold magnet works with the one at room temperature. Now, put a magnet out in the hot sun. How does the heat affect it? So, we have talked about two of our senses. Sight, using our eyes, and hearing, using our ears. But now we're going to talk... Oh my! What is that? Something smells funny. What is that? What is that smell?
I'm just cutting the cheese. Does it smell very strong?
As I was saying, we use our noses to discover different smells and odors in the air. Our noses have hundreds of tiny olfactory receptors inside them. Different molecules trigger different signals, which are sent to our brain. Our brain reads the combination of all these signals and turns it into a smell.
Did you ever wonder why dogs sniff so much? It's because smell is their most powerful sense. That's why dogs have such large noses. They're filled with over 100 million smell receptors.
What is your favorite smell?
My favorite smell is bacon.
My favorite smell is Chinese food. My favorite smell is tacos.
My favorite smell is pizza.
My favorite smell is lavender.
My favorite smell is mint.
What is the stinkiest smell you can think of?
The stinkiest smell I could think of is gasoline.
I think the stinkiest smell is morning breath. The stinkiest smell I can think of is a dirty dog.
The stinkiest smell I could think of is rotten eggs.
The stinkiest smell I can think of is a skunk.
I think the stinkiest smell is my older brother's feet.
Wow, that is some great tasting cheese. Oh, taste. Dizzy Izzy, how could you let me forget taste?
Well...
This is my favorite sense. I love to eat. I like to eat chocolate, corn on the cob, ice cream. Do you know what we use to eat?
A fork and a knife.
No, I was talking about this.
Well, you don't have to be mean.
I wasn't being mean. This is what we're going to talk about next. Our tongue. Just like we have receptors in our nose that help us smell, we have receptors in our mouth that help us taste. They're called taste buds. Our tongues have 4 kinds of taste buds that detect sweet, sour, salty, and bitter. The taste buds that detect salt are on the front sides of the tongue. Things that are sweet are detected at the tip of the tongue. Sour taste buds are on the back sides of the tongue. And the taste buds for bitter are across the back of your tongue. The taste buds send this information to our brains, and we interpret taste. Let's do an experiment with our sense of smell and our sense of taste.
That sounds so fun. What are we going to do?
We're going to see which taste buds react to different foods. But I'm going to blindfold you so you can't see the foods. We're only testing the sense of taste here, not sight. So that means no peeking.
Okay, where's the blindfold?
Right here. Can you see anything?
Nope.
All right. I have 6 ingredients for this experiment. Salt, sugar, a lemon, orange juice, coffee, and chocolate. Are you ready for the first taste?
I sure am.
Here we go. All right, open up. Here it comes.
Yuck! That's salt.
You're right. Here, take a drink of water.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Here comes the second taste. Open up. What do you think?
That's sweet. It's definitely sugar.
Correct again. Here, take a drink of water.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And our next. All right. This is a good one. Open up. Here it comes. What does it taste like?
Ooh, that's sour. Is it lemon juice?
It sure is. You probably need a glass of water. Take a drink. Only 3 more to go. Now this next sample, I'm gonna give you in a cup. Here you go. What do you think?
Yuck! That is bitter. I don't know what that taste is.
It's coffee.
Ooh, my parents drink that stuff every morning. I don't know how they do it.
A lot of grown-ups do. You probably need a drink of water.
I certainly do.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now our next taste test. It's in a glass. Take a sip. What do you think?
Well, that's sour and it's sweet. Can it be both, Dr. Quack?
It sure can. Some foods are combinations of multiple tastes. Do you know what it is?
Orange juice?
You're right. Here, take another sip of water.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Now, before we get to our final taste test, let's hear a fact from Factoid Phoebe.
When we taste a flavor, we actually use two senses. Flavor includes smell and taste. Smell makes up 70 to 90% of your taste.
Now this last one is a little different. I'm gonna need you to hold your nose.
What?
Go ahead, hold your nose.
Oh, all right. Now what?
Now, take a bite of this. Do you know what it is?
I have no idea.
Take your blindfold off and have a look.
Whoa, it's chocolate! How did I not know what it is? I eat it every day.
It didn't taste like chocolate because you couldn't smell it. That's how our senses work, together. When you can see the chocolate, smell the chocolate, and taste the chocolate, it's a multi-sensory experience.
Whoa!
I can't believe it's time for us to go already.
I know. I was having so much fun.
Well, there's always next time.
Yay! I can't wait!
Remember, the world is full of fascinating things to learn about. And since God created the world, He is the ultimate scientist. We'll see you next time right here on Super Simple Science Stuff. Bye-bye. That's science.